So then what the fuck happened to the commission? What happened to that album?
Right.
It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album, because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy. And then starting his own company.
Biggie, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., was murdered over 26 years ago. Biggie died on March 9, 1997, and no one has ever been convicted of his murder to this day. However, more odd details linking Diddy to the death of the rapper have emerged. So, what transpired with Biggie? Everyone knows the tragic story of Biggie's unsolved murder, but the timeline of events leading up to it has always remained hazy. Not any longer. A former Bad Boy record label bodyguard had alleged that Diddy was making money off of Biggie and that Biggie was intending to leave the firm weeks before he was murdered. Gene Deal alleged on DJ Vlad's blog that the late rapper made plans to depart Bad Boy for a lucrative deal worth more than $60 million. Deal claimed to have seen Biggie's Bad Boy contract while watching Diddy's briefcase during a flight. It detailed Biggie's profits in $250,000 increments but left publishing money in Puff's custody. When he inquired about it, Biggie allegedly told him about a new contract and all the money he'd make.
Yeah, Big had a contract, and what happened was when me and Puff rode on the plane coming back down there, Puff gave me his briefcase.
Although Gene's allegations are difficult to substantiate, Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace, once discussed how much money he received when he signed with the label. Christopher stated in her 2005 book, Biggie, Valletta Wallace remembers her son, that she wrote about it. The truth is, Christopher accepted the illusion of a friend and mentor for about $25,000. That's the amount Puffy lured my son with. That was a lot of money for Christopher back then as a 19-year-old. He had never seen that much at one time in his life. It was enough money to make my son believe that Puffy was ready to do anything for him. It was enough to buy a blind love and loyalty. Gene also mentioned Diddy putting money over anything else in his discussion with DJ Vlad. He claimed Diddy told him he didn't mind if Tupac and Biggie died. Remember, this was months before their deaths. The deal discussed the incident that occurred following the Soul Train Awards, in which Diddy became enraged after overhearing him telling the other bodyguards that he had fled death row. He revealed that Diddy stated that being a businessman and getting money was his top objective. Following those words, he said Diddy foretold a series of events by saying he didn't care if Biggie or Tupac died or if Suge Knight was imprisoned.
After this next album?
Yeah, Big had a contract, and what happened was when me and Puff rode on the plane coming back down there, Puff gave me his briefcase and everything like that. Like, yo, here, like me carry this shit. Say, all right, motherfucker, I got 5 hours, 6 hours on this thing. Let me see what's in the briefcase. And I seen Big contract.
Gene later said in the same interview that Biggie's shooter approached Diddy before the murder. He also addressed the now famous sketch of Biggie's accused killer, claiming that it was inaccurate. He claims that the police had surveillance images of a man who matched the description given by eyewitnesses the night of the shooting but never disclosed them. Diddy also discussed Biggie's death in an interview with Wendy Williams, saying that he felt culpability for the death of his then 24-year-old pal. In the same interview, he described what happened that night and how the two should have been on a plane leaving the nation. Diddy's allegations that Biggie was the one who wanted to stay in Los Angeles were challenged by Kirk Burroughs, the former president of Bad Boys Records, who claimed that Diddy was the one who asked them to stay in LA instead of going to London. Many people have been shocked by Gene's assertions concerning Diddy's participation in Biggie's killing. In fact, many have noted how Gene's account of the events leading up to Biggie's killing has always been consistent. Stories never changed after all these years. This man is telling the truth. One fan commented, "I'm glad Gene exposed these truths. Big and Puff wasn't as tight as Puff made them out to be. Their relationship was CEO and artist, that's it." A second fan jumped in, while a third one wrote, "I'm so glad he said this. I've been saying it for years and Biggie fans didn't want to hear it. That man was leaving Bad Boy and did not rock with Diddy in his last days. That's why Puff forced him to lay and got him hit up. He knew his cash cow was leaving. The rap game would look a lot different if Pac and Biggie didn't die in 96 and 97. Though unproven, the stories surrounding Biggie's untimely murder have always had one thing in common: Diddy's participation. Another resurrected hypothesis contends that Biggie was murdered by mistake and that Diddy was the intended target. According to leaked FBI papers, Diddy got repeated death threats, and his security guard challenged a man who approached Diddy's car just moments before the shooting. Both rappers were waiting for cars outside the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles following an after-party. The two climbed into the front seats of their respective green SUVs. Diddy's security officer instructed his driver to run a red light rather than stop at a crossroads, knowing that stopping at the lights would have been unsafe. Biggie's driver, on the other hand, did not, and they sat at the lights for about a minute. Following that, a dark Chevy Impala pulled up alongside the rapper in his green GMC Suburban and began the fire. Despite being taken to nearby Cedars-Sinai Medical Center for emergency surgery, Notorious Big died from his devastating injuries at 1:15 a.m. Although Biggie is no longer alive, his legacy and songs live on with admirers all over the world. He will be regarded as one of the best rappers of his generation by his adoring fans, and his music is still popular today. That concludes today's video. Bye.
Yeah, the timing was way too perfect for this to be anything but a sacrifice, you guys. The fact that his contract was set to end right before he died. Come on, you guys. Like I said, there's not this many coincidences in the universe. As well as the fact we know that Gene Deal is credible. And Gene Deal claims that Diddy literally told him verbatim himself that he doesn't care if Diddy or Tupac die. You know what I mean? He don't care about that. That's about to bolster his career. That's going to bolster Bad Boy Records, okay? And that's going to bring him to a new level of success, aka billionaire status. Do you understand? And so Gene Deal just said himself, like, you know, Diddy told me this verbatim. You know what I mean? So there is no doubt. As well as he said that he saw Biggie's contract, right? And Gene Deal also said that he saw Diddy with the shooter. And everything Gene Deal has said is added up over time. You know what I mean? Everything he said, as well as other stories he's talked about. And it's added up with stories that 50 Cent has told about Diddy. Their stories have always added up. And so everything Gene Deal says pretty much checks off. Do you know what I mean? And so when he says that, you know, Diddy didn't care if Biggie or Tupac died, and he saw Diddy near the shooter, the same shooter that the police have video recordings of, but never brought to anyone. You know what I mean? And they knew who the suspect is, but they never brought it to the light. You know, this all screams to me that this is a setup and a sacrifice. You know what I mean? The police were corrupted. They were down with it as well. You know what I mean? These are either like some crisis actor type police or something like that who are like, you know what I mean? Like a part of this stage, or the actual police department is corrupt, which is not far-fetched at all. You know what I mean? In fact, that might be even more likely than crisis actors. You know what I mean? For real, like the police department is actually corrupt. Everyone is corrupt in this world, bro. Not everyone, but because I know that not all police are going to come in my comments and be like, not all people. But no, like 99% of people that you're about to see when you walk outside are corrupted and can be swayed for any type of, for a little bit of money, bro. $50,000. If you were wanted right now by the FBI and someone put out $50,000 for, to find you, like to find your location, you will be found in the same day. You'll be found the same day. A friend would give up your location the same day. Anyone you talk to, someone you knew would give up your location the same day. Okay? People are soulless and driven by greed and money. This is why the 7 deadly sins are greed and the other ones that they are. You know the other ones, okay? But the reason there's a reason that greed is one of the 7 deadly sins, okay? It's real because humans are greedy. Humans are greedy by nature. Terrible people. Terrible. Terrible. Okay? This is why greed is one of the biggest sins, and gluttony and all these other things. They're real. They're real sins, okay? This is why most people in America are fat, overweight, obese, because of gluttony. These sins are real. So most people are like this. When I say most people, it is a fact. Don't deny it. Don't argue. You idiot. Stop. Okay? Stop. Jesus. All right. But, yeah. When you see that, you got to understand, these people are corrupted. You know, the police department, they've been paid off. They can be paid off. Every police can be paid off. Everyone can be bought by a certain amount of cash. Yeah. Yeah. So somehow, either the police were paid off or they were some crisis actors to set up the whole situation. All right. And this is how the sacrifice was able to take place. And this is how the suspect was able to get away. And it just never got reported by the police department because they did this. And there's other cases like this that have nothing to do with celebrities where the police they didn't really investigate killings properly. You know what I mean? Where they didn't put any yellow lining on the scene. You know that yellow warning line, that caution tape? Caution tape, that's what it's called. They didn't put any caution tape on the scene. They didn't fingerprint the window. They didn't fingerprint the scene properly. They didn't like there's a lot of cases, bro. There's cases like what, especially with Miami-Dade police. Miami police are like some of the most corrupt police, bro. In America, Miami police are corrupt, bro. They're corrupted. I've heard stories about where people like got killed and the Miami police, like I said, they didn't put the caution tape around the scene. They didn't fingerprint anything right, and the killer got away. And it was largely suspected that the killer was a police officer, you guys. This is a real story. I'm not making this up. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. Look it up. It's hard for me I don't remember the exact name of the case and exactly how it took place, but I remember this part of it because it was the police being corrupt, bro. And that taught me that everyone is corrupt in this world. You can't trust no one. Trust nobody. Trust no person in this planet. Okay, besides your close family. And even they'll sacrifice you if they're offered a big enough chunk of cash. Okay? So really trust no one in this world. You can only trust you. You're the only person who cares about you more than money. Okay? You're the only person in this world, and your mom. You and your mom and your dad are the only people who care about you in this world more than money. Okay? And that's it. And maybe not them. Like I said, Usher's mom didn't care about him more than money. If you were a child star, your parents might not care about you more than money. Shit. If you had some talent and you weren't just a talentless nobody, your parents might not care about you. They might do you like how Usher's mom did them. For real. People are evil out here. I am not capping on this, bruh. For real. This is a fact, okay? I'm not projecting anything. This is just plain blatant reality. Like, I don't know how to explain this out to you anymore. I'm using actual examples of things. This is not... I gave a real example of the Miami-Dade police. I can't project reality. I cannot project what is actually taking place. Okay? Don't be a fool and call this projection when I'm telling you what's taking place with the Miami-Dade Police Department. And it's not just the Miami-Dade Police Department. It's every police department. Everyone in the planet, bro. Yes, I don't care about the not all police. You're incorrect. Okay? Damn near everyone. We don't care about the insignificance or the 0.0% of people. Nah, that doesn't matter. That's not what you're going to run into in this world. All right, I'm telling you reality, right? So yeah, but that's how that sacrifice took place. You do know what I mean? The police are corrupt, you know, and like I said, the timing adds up too perfectly. Gene Deal said that Diddy didn't care. Gene Deal said that he's seen the deal. He knows what it entailed. He knows the deal was about to end. He knows he knows he can see the situation. You know what I mean? It doesn't take. This is not rocket science, okay? A 5-year-old could look at that contract and see, oh my God, the album is up. This is the last one. But oh, Biggie's gonna die now, so that Diddy can earn off them posthumous off of you know how it goes when someone dies, all of their records are brought up here. A rapper is that much more valuable dead than alive, okay? So when they saw that he was gonna leave, he was like, no. I need all of your hits. Everything you've ever done, your whole discography, to be under me. So that when you die, I will earn all of it. I will reach billionaire status, my guy. Not those other labels. Okay? And that's why, that's why that happened like that, you know? So he did that so that he could basically literally reach billionaire status and do the whole, you know how like rappers, you know how XXXTentacion, Pop Smoke, and King Von, when they died, their records went all the way up. Everything started charting and going crazy. Yes, that is the whole finesse, okay? That has been going on way before them. Like, you know what I mean? We just found out, the public just found out about that recently through them because they're, like, popular and it was on social media. So we actually found out about it through them, you know what I mean? A lot of people first found out about that whole scheme, you know, for the rapper to die and then you make money off them after that, and the posthumous record, you know, nonsense. People found out about that recently because it happened with these big rappers with XXXTentacion, King Von, and Pop Smoke, but it's been happening. It has been happening before King Von, Pop Smoke, and XXXTentacion. It happened to Biggie Smalls. This has been happening forever, ever since rap has been a thing. And not ever since rap has been a thing. Sorry, ever since record labels have existed. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Ever since record labels have existed, this has been a thing. Okay, ever since record labels have existed, this has been a thing that they have capitalized on, and it has not been new. This is not like a recent development. Okay, don't believe that. Please don't be gullible, you guys. This has always taken place. Like I said, as long as record labels have existed, this process has been going on. Okay, this is a thing. This is a ritualistic, ceremonial thing that they do constantly. Okay, all right. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like the video. Link to Patreon's in the description. It's Nose right here. Be easy, y'all. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start calling y'all Rant Army. That just came to my head. Rant Army. Rant Army. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. Rant Army. Rant Army. I like that. I could call y'all Rant Army, Rant Nation, Rant Gang. I could call y'all a couple of things, but I think I like Rant Army. I like Rant Army because a subscriber commented that down below. He was like, Rant Army. And I was like, oh, that's hard, bro. I'm gonna start calling y'all Rant Army. I remember that you told me that. That's hard, bro. I think that kind of sounds hard, bro. Rant Army. Rant Army. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know which one y'all like out of those three. Rant Army, Rant Nation, or Rant Gang. But I kind of like Rant Army. I ain't gonna lie. Rant Army's kind of hard. Right? Right? Am I tripping? I kind of got a little like, you know what I mean? I kind of got Rant Army. That's hard. All right. But yeah, nah. Let me know what y'all think. But yeah, Snow's right here. Be easy, Rant Army. Be easy, y'all. Yeah.